All right, Dave.
All right, Ray.
A little bit of in-play action, is it? Let me guess. The number of goals? Next goal scorer?
Full-time result looks good.
Good choice.
Welcome back to Racing Post Greyhound TV. The Greyhounds are already out on parade for the 9.56 at Romford A1 contest. We're in the top grade here, 400 metres, and spoke to Dave Mullins earlier. He thinks Bonamassa Buddy will go close here. What do you think, Mark?
Yeah, I agree with him. I think 5 would go very close as well. I've tipped it to beat 2. Massai Spirit, Bonamassa and Massai. There you go. Yeah, dog who he was third last time, beating 7 a bit, but he won time before that, 24.46. He's a 24.30 run on his card. He's got a bit of pace up, but I suppose there is the potential with the 4 up the inside of him that could cause him a few problems. But I think if he gets round, he's quite strong as well. I think 5 is the one they've got to beat. I thought trap 2, Massai Spirit, Alison Ingram's dog, who won last time in an A2, won quite well as well and can clear the one going to the turn. I think 2 could finish second, so I've gone 5-2. John.
Ethan.
Yeah.
Trap 4, Fantasy Free. For me, will need to do things right at the start. He's a little bit inconsistent in that regard, but when he does do it right, Paul Young's dog is pretty useful and I think has a decent chance in. It's an A1, but it's a competitive A1.
It is a very competitive A1. I think the way they bet would suggest as much, but certainly 5 for me and whatever for you, John.
Peter Derrick has emailed in, the Nottingham bookmaker. Hi team, may I through your programme take this opportunity to thank all my friends and colleagues in the dog world for the hundreds of messages of support I've received following the recent death of my darling wife Pearl. And glad to read that out, Peter, and obviously condolences from all RPG TV.
Lovely to hear that he's had lots of supportive messages. I really do think it's a sport that pulls together, and you make a lot of friends in greyhound racing, don't you?
You do, and it is it's very much like that. People are always asking after people, and sometimes you don't see people for years and years, and it's like you've never been away when you bump back into them again, isn't it? But, yeah. Email from Greg Crotty. Ballymac Vic will reach the final if he gets a clean bill of health after every round.
Is there a suggestion that he
hadn't heard that there were?
No,
I think probably just stating the obvious to a certain degree.
Sound, yeah.
We want all the top greyhounds in this year's derby to stay sound, don't we? We've had some disasters in the past, but hopefully nothing like that will happen this year.
Robbo from Peterborough. Hi JK, your selection Wasp in a Jar won the Sprinters battle with Monleague Town at Peterborough. Also an II 15-minute double II Poppy won at Peterborough and Pips at Coventry. All in.
Your turn, Mark?
Oh, it's me. Okay. Hares on the move at Romford. It's the 9.56 race. A1 the grade, 400 metres. The hare is approaching the boxes. And away they go at Romford, where 4 breaks best. Fantasy Free has the lead from 2 up the inside. Massai Spirit, 5 Bonamassa. Buddy's in trouble at the turn, and Trap 4 has gone on. So Fantasy 3 has a comfortable lead over Trap 1, Nevermind A, with Trap 3, Bashida Phantom sitting in 3rd place. They make their way around the final couple of turns here, and 4, having started so well, is still in front clear. So it's Fantasy 3 in 4 who beats 1 with 3 in 3rd. 4, 1 and 3.
Well done, JK. Winning tip for you.
Very nice of you to say so, Julie.
Well done, John. Done.
Still not a nap, is it?
Oh!
It was a good win, though, wasn't it?
It was a good win. Pinged out, which is what he had to do. And then the only question was really, was he going to be able to clear Trap 2 Massai Spirit by the bend? Well, crucially, he went inside, and in so doing, he forced Massai Spirit to check off. That didn't do 5 or particularly 6 any favours. 1, Nevermind Air, went off in pursuit, but didn't really make a lot of progress.
No, I think Ford established that early lead and was good for it, and stayed on strongly enough to see them off in the end. My tip 5, it's got a bit of trouble at the turn, but I think it'd be churlish to suggest it was anything other than a good win for Trap 4, who's won nicely in the end from 1 and 3.
So trap 4 picking up a win there. Fantasy Free, trained by Paul Young. Another one he didn't mention to me when I spoke to him earlier. He's having a better night than he expected, I think.
I've got an email from Steve Elkins, Julie. Evening, I'm really enjoying the show as well.
Bid at RGT Auctions, and you can email too. Details are on your screen. Here are the greyhounds out for the last race of tonight, the 10:26 at Romford. It's trap 1, Ballymac Boudica, trained by Maggie Lucas. What do you fancy? Oh, you said 2, didn't you, Hobbsy? Trap 2?
Yeah, I've gone with Bubbly Joy. I think ran well over 400 and over 5.75. Was staying on very well behind Brown Eyed Babe. Didn't quite get there in an A2 at Romford. This was only last Saturday. I was doing my Coral stint on Saturday morning. In fact, I'm back there this Saturday morning if you fancy an early visit to the betting shop. Can I get my plug in? I've done it. The 10:26 is upcoming. I'm going to go with 2. Can turn handy before stretching out.
Pat?
Yeah, I'm with the 2 as well. For the Champagne Club, isn't it? And
yeah.
Yeah. It won its second last time out in A4. It did jump up to A2, so it is well up in the grades. But yeah, I'm going to take a chance with 4, the Danger.
Okay,
I've got a great email here. I don't want you to start to sort of fantasise and stuff like this, and you know. But I can understand.
Who are you talking to here?
You.
Me.
I was in the Cub Scouts with Mr. Hobbs. While we both support teams in blue, you can imagine me in my shorts and my garters, can't you? While we both support teams in blue, I'm the trust director at Millwall Community Trust and would love to catch up with him about the building we attended, Cubs. I'm with him on the blue in the next. Blimey. So Dave King, well done, Dave. Jesus, Wells Park Road, Sydenham, South East London.
What am I fantasising about there? You in socks?
Yeah, you're fantasising about Dave King and myself in our garters and we had our, you know.
Of course
whatever.
I am.
That'd be pretty.
You've got over that already, Jules, haven't you? Yeah, thanks, well done. Hey, and actually, Dave Stone again. Could you please ask Pat, has he ever been to my local track, Drumbo Park? And if so, what does he think? Thanks.
No, I've heard all good things about Drumbo Park, but I've never been up that far. So no, but I hear very good things.
Good.
I've got a tweet from Kevin McNair. He says, "I'm on Shane Boy Spencer." Kevin McNair, would that be a son of Rab or something? I think it might be.
Well be, yeah.
I'm on Shane Boy Spencer at 150 to 1. What do you think?
A cracking early pace, and you know, got a great draw now on Saturday. Obviously, with the misfortune that's been fallen, not Glass Billy, that's out, and Red's got a great chance on the inner.
It was so funny at Wimbledon on second round night. Rab was crippled up with cramp, lying on the stairs in agony, and I tweeted because he said that his son follows me, so I would think that's probably his son. This is a 6-Ben race, Hobbsy, it's for you.
And this is a 10:26, and over to Julie Collier for the lucky last commentary. 5.75 metres. Enjoy.
I get a hot when I have to do 6-Bens. OK, away they go. Trap 3 looks like it takes an early lead. 2 is up there as well. Fairly level break, really. Nothing stretching away too much, but 3 now goes on from 4, 6 in behind that with 2, and 5 and 1 are out the back. So it's 3, hotly pursued by Trap 4 going into the third bend. 3, 4, 2, 6, 5 and 1 I think is out the back. So it's 3 and 4. 3 is Droopy's Deb, trained by David Mullins, holding on this 1-length lead here. 4 is still in pursuit, and 2 seems to be staying on strongly. They're gathering a bit now, but I don't think they're going to get to Trap 3. It's Droopy's Deb winning from Trap 6, who stayed on quite well at the end there. Droopy's Felicity.
Yeah, it was for a long part of the 5.75 in the terrifically named See You for Racing tomorrow afternoon from 2 p.m. The lucky last at Romford out the box is Trap 3, Droopy's Deb. Well, you know, fantastic Dunphy bred bitch performance for the team of owners known as the Doghouse, Pat, and for a large stretch of the way it looked like a David Mullins 1-2 with 3 beating 4. Bonamassa Buddy.
Yeah, a very good syndicate name, the Doghouse. I'm usually in the Doghouse.
Yeah.
She ran great, and Droopy Scolari's they wouldn't be known for their staying ability. They're usually very early paced dogs, and you'd be thinking, would she be nabbed? But no, David Mullins had a good night tonight. I think he had quite a few winners. The 4 dog was breathing down his neck, and that's another one of David's actually. The 4 dog, and 6 came from well off the pace. Ernie Gaskins out in the wide outside, but once they turned for home, there was nothing going to get to the 3.
Yeah, as Pat said, a great night for David Mullins. Trap 3 winning there from 6, Droopy's Felicity, and 2, Bubbly Joy for the Champagne Club Syndicate. I've a quick tweet from Paul Humphrey. Is that a tan out of a bottle? No.
After we show you the classic heats, so we'll have all the trap draws a little bit later. You can see the betting's up at Henlow. 8:30 is coming up. We're on to Heat 6, the last of the heats for the Bunny Bookmakers Gold Cup. Black Rose Mere in trap 1 is the 6-4 favourite. Stress Impact 5-2. It's then 3-1 Monlina Rumble, Planning at 3-1, 6-1 Troopy's Answer, 6-1 Bonamassa Buddy. That's the prices for Heat 6. Let's get the tips out. I'm with Planning, hoping that he can break better than he did last time.
I'm with Black Rose Mia. She needs to break like she did last week. But I think it's pretty much the same for both 1 and 6. They both need to break in their best style. Saying that, if Planning did really take a flyer, he'd probably have a bit more middle pace than Black Rose Mia. But I just don't think he's running at the top of his game at the moment, Planning. And I'd prefer to go with the bitch that's in form.
Okay, Black Rose Mia, of course, a winner here at Henlow in 33.41 and 33.60, and that 33.41 success when beating Stress Impact, although the boxes are reversed this time round. They were in 1 and 2 last time. They're in 1 and 2 again, but the other way round, if you see what I mean. There's the last of them going through parade planning. I think we've got some footage to show of Black Rose Mia running just the other day. Keep your eyes on 2 Black Rose Mare. Also keep your eyes on 1 Stress Impact, because these two do battle again. Like I say, the boxes are reversed, JK.
Yeah, they are. Obviously, 6 Planning was also in the race, but was never really a factor, having not started in the style that he can. Black Rose Mia just was always in the van and always just about had enough of an advantage. Was going to have to work very hard in the end to hold off Stress Impact, who did do a lot of running. I just think Black Rose Mia...
She needs to break again, doesn't she?
She does. She's a bit hit and miss.
Yeah, that is her problem. She's a very hit and miss, but I tend to be with her just because I just don't think Planet's at the top of his game. But she does have to break again, otherwise, you know, 2's could get a run again, and she could end up being a sitting duck again for 2. And he could be coming close to nearly picking her up again, but it's all on the break.
I'm going to read this email. We get this Sundays now, but we'll read it out one more time. It's from Ross Miller asking why we're not showing Coventry live on a Sunday anymore. I own dogs and sent them to Russell Senior so I could watch them, but now you only show Coventry on a Wednesday. Well, what happened was Coventry had an initial Sundays had an initial 13-week trial, and towards the end of that trial, it was decided to try another track on a Sunday, which is why we've switched to Henlow.
Henlow Racing have been on. Henlow Racing Limited. Great turnout at Henlow tonight. Weather's been kind. Thank you to everyone. Sundays are turning out to be a great success. So it's working. And that's a lovely moment there in the centre of the track.
Can Mr. Blythe confirm that he used to present a show at around midday on SAS called Pause for Thought?
Yes, I can confirm that. It was good fun. Many a
I remember coming on that show
moment.
with bleached blonde hair.
I do remember that as well, JK. What ever struck you to do that? Says he who used to have a Mohican when he was younger.
Wish I could have a Mohican now.
Oh dear, those were the days. Right, JP McCabe's been back on. Serious question. Looking to get into dog ownership. Do I have to register with anyone before buying a dog?
No.
No.
Buy the dog, then you fill in the registration forms.
Thank you very much. More times from Borawati. Tricky did 33.40. Ardmail Player 33.31. And Bertie did 33.17.
That must be close to the clock. What's the clock? 33.07, I think, isn't it?
Yes, I think it is.
Tell JK not to take any stick off Leo Sayer.
Barry Siltman.
They
Or
can
Colonel
sing.
Gaddafi.
Oh, let's not go there. We had them
David
all out,
Stone
didn't
says,
we?
I know it's a greyhound programme, but could I just say sorry to hear the death of David Johnson, the former champion horse owner, who put so much into the game. And I played golf with David a couple of years ago, and he was saying that he used to go to Romford back in the day. So, yeah, I was very sorry to hear that myself.
They're all in. Hare is running. Marty Tiggs going with trap 5 here. Monlena Rubble. Good luck. Let's join our man on the track.
Gates open there in heat 6 of the Bunny Bookmakers Gold Cup. They hit the first bend and 6 will lead them. Planning got out well and is making the pace with this uncontested lead. As they hit that Savannah Bar bend, they're scattering behind like dice. Down the back straight and the Butcher's Apron kicks into a healthy looking lead. He hits the penultimate bend and he's got a good 2-3 lengths clear of the 2. A gap back to 4, a yawning gap to the rest. It's all about the 6 now. The 2, the blue jacket, is eating into the lead. Off the final bend, 6 holding him at bay. He's got 2 snapping in his backside. 6 will hold on from 2 and 1 back in third.
6-2-1 Planning wins then for Mark Wallace. Am I before my time? I tipped up 2 of his. Yeah, absolutely. Last week, where were they when I needed them most? Napped and next bit, I thought I better not go there again. And this time he cracks out, JK.
Well, he hadn't been round last week. It's a massive thing, and did say that although he was slowly away, his sectional was only 2 spots slower than the 5.
It wasn't that bad.
So, you know, we knew he had a lot of scope for improvement, and I was very happy at this stage, but he was actually given a good race, wasn't he?
Yeah, he's a much different dog when he gets on the bunny, this dog.
He has to be on the bunny,
yeah,
doesn't
when he's
he?
on the bunny, he posts seriously fast times.
When he came back from that layoff at Coventry in the
doing
first
like
race, he
20
absolutely smashed out, didn't he?
But why was he being caught in the side of the closing stages? Because I know Romford 575.
Two's a strong dog though, stress impact, and you know he showed last week against Black Rose Mia that he stays on strong. I mean, I wouldn't imagine that this race is probably won in much more than 33-30 something, 33-40 maybe, and he's just running his race stress impact. I mean, I thought that Planning had chucked it away a little bit down the bottom bends because it seemed he closed up very quickly, didn't he? And but he straightened up and kicked on again.
OK, that was Planning then winning at Henlow in the last heat of the Bunny Bookmakers Gold Cup. We will have more action for you from Henlow, and we'll be looking back at the classic heats very shortly here on Racing Post Greyhound TV after our break. Presentation taking place at Romford. This is the Cliff Day 25th wedding anniversary, won by Is It Possible for David Mullins and owned by Messrs Hicken, Sylvester and Sylvester.
And it's Julie getting there with the greyhound there.
It's a great way to celebrate, isn't it? If you've got an occasion and you like your greyhounds as well, what a great place to celebrate.
Oh, it's a super track, Errol. And yeah, you can have a nice meal there, either in the Chase or the Pavilion restaurants. And if you do have an occasion like that, you can sponsor a race and give the trophy over, and it makes just a nice get a nice photo memento of the occasion. Just makes it a nice end to the evening.
Indeed. Right, we better press on because they're out on parade 9:56. Blissful Mentor heads the parade in Trap 1. Of course, a greyhound that won a couple of hurdle races earlier in the year. Back on the flat now for this race. And 12.0 on Betfair. Just going through the parade. Nice looking Brindle Bitch by Dave's Mentor. Trap 2 Milford. Quite a lot of people have tweeted in for Milford today. We've had a few tweets saying it's their nap. David Mullins trains. Young Pup. Got a 24.33 here at Romford, but started life over at Sheffield. Another stunning looking greyhound with those flashy white socks. Fabulous Agenda. I know someone's put that one forward as well today. Paul Young's runner got a 24.22. Trap 4 is landed at last for Peter Goodfellow. Says Rails here on a couple of lines of form. Not quite sure whether 4 will suit. Bonamassa Buddies in 5. A Brindle Dog by Killerhand Fanta for David Mullins. Got a 24.46 this year. And Star One Day for Jim Daly. And Messrs Crowley, Green and Hatton. A winner at Yarmouth in A2 completes the lineup. There's a bit of money for Star One Day at 7-2. JK, what are you going for here?
I'm going to go with Milford, progressive greyhound for Dave Mullins. obviously stepping up in class, but I don't think it's stepping up hugely in class. On the evidence of last week, when 24.53 was a decent enough run on another slow track, I think he's up to this level.
I've gone for Milford too, and yeah, while like JK, I'm a little bit wary of dogs stepping up from maidens into the sort of normal open races, because there is a little bit of a jump. But his performance was taken last time, and I think he's progressive enough. September 11, and he'll do for me.
Okay, I've had Greyhounds 180 on. Going with Glanmire Lad in the 10-11 as one of his big ones for tonight. Must update you with the Trap Challenge as well. Trap 6 winners, Trap 5 6 winners, a sudden rush of orange jackets. Trap 4 1 winner, Trap 3 2 winners, Trap 2's drawn a blank today. Trap 1 4 winners. They're behind the boxes.
Quick email from Hobbsy. Well done to Team Hennessy for winning the Boyle Sports International. Hard lines to our travelling team. But well done, Screen Critic and Sawpit Sensation, for taking the plunge. Can't we tempt Price of Sky to try and complete a famous double in the Betfred Select Stakes? Enjoy the night, boys. A glass of red instead of your Bakewell tarts. I think the problem with getting Price of Sky over it'll be a clash with the Champion Stakes, won't it? And just ahead of the Irish Derby. Team Hennessy may want to keep him to Shelbourne, but what a great prospect that would be.
Yeah.
Selection committee on Friday.
Lovely. Runners are all in. 9:56. Download the Coral app standard. A wave of the flag. The hare's on the move. Away they go, running up towards the first bend here. 3 right through the centre. Fabulous Agenda leads up early here. 2 and 4 in behind. There's trouble there for 5 at the back as they head down the far side. Fabulous Agenda taken on by Milford in 2. After these comes 4, landed at last. 6 moving up, Star One Day. Around the third bend, and 2 now goes on. It's Milford. Could be the first blue-jacketed winner of the evening. Milford now goes on by a length and a half. 6 is still closing though. Oh, photo finish 2 Milford and 6 Star One Day involved in the photo.
Gut feeling?
Gut feeling was Milford.
I'm not sure.
I would concur. I think Milford just held it. But interesting that Star One Day, that was the one for money. Milford went on the drift from 7 to 4 out to 5 to 2. Star One Day was nibbled from 4s to 3s. I was well impressed with Milford to get up inside Fabulous Agenda, considering Milford didn't Agenda trap better. And really drove into the third bend here. 6 is also coming round the wide outside, but I honestly thought Milford kicking on here, and it was home and hosed, but 6 is absolutely took off on the run-in, and as you called it, it was very, very close. I think JK is right. I think 6 has nicked it.
It could be 6 that's nicked it.
On second looks, I think 6 has knotted it.
Okay, that was the download the Coral app standard. We're still waiting on the outcome of the photo. 6 Star One Day and 2 Milford involved in the photo finish there. JK.
Email from Mike. From one borough boy to another.